Hi everybody, welcome to my EFT video. I know lots of you have been asking me what on earth I'm going on about, so I thought I'd do some videos and just explain what it is, and then we'll get to it. We'll do some practice because it's an amazing free tool for you to use. So some people call it tapping, but EFT actually stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, and that is exactly what it does. It allows you to tap into unwanted emotions and release them from your physical body, which is an amazing thing for you to be doing, because at the end of the day, it's something that you could use every single day. And I tap every single day, and you will become a tapper too. You might have even seen people before doing what they call the karate chop, or where they tap on the side of your hand there. And that is generally where people start. It's a way of tapping into your system so that you're stopping any kind of psychological reverse. So that's your self-sabotage. It's you kind of saying, yeah, I feel amazing, but in your head you're still thinking, yeah, but I'm not. This is just pointless, it's fake, it's not real, it's not how I feel. And it kind of stops all that. It really helps everything to settle into your subconscious, because that's what you're really doing. You are really connecting in with a deeper level of you, and you're allowing all that positivity to actually sink in. So the first point would be this karate chop. So you could either literally use your two hands and you would chop at the sides, or you would use your fingers. And it's good to use your fingers, because what EFT is actually doing is it's tapping into all the meridians that are all connected within your body and bringing them all into a state of harmony, so that you are in the best position to heal on all levels. So whatever's going on, whether it's some kind of trauma, whether it's some kind of old emotion, whether it's something that's just happened and you need to be releasing something that feels quite new before it kind of settles in and becomes a part of you. So the karate chop is the first point that you would be connecting in with. So this point actually governs your small intestines. So if you have a lot going on within your colon, which is a popular place for people to have some kind of struggle, then you might actually find that it feels a bit tender. And you don't have to tap too hard. You're not tapping too hard. But I'm just saying, you might notice that it feels a little bit tender. So when you're actually tapping on this part of you, regardless of what you're saying, regardless of what you're working on, because when you're tapping, you say words as well, you use affirmations. Whether that's you wanting to get something to sink in, so maybe something positive, or whether it's you wanting to release something negative. So for example, you might tap and say, this anxiety is really getting to me, and you would kind of talk through, if you like, what's going on. So you could be tapping stuff in, you could be tapping stuff out, but it's governed by your small intestines, and it really helps you focus, and it works on your inner critic, all via this point. So it is good to tap with the tips of your fingers, because there's meridians there too. So they're all getting a go if you tap with your fingertips. So that is point one, karate chop. So then you would tap just above your eyebrow on the inside. And again, you're not tapping really hard. You're just tapping that area. So you would tap the inside of your eyebrow. Now you could use either hand. Some people tap two places, and I generally just tap with one hand, but you can do whatever you feel that you want to do. So the inner eyebrow here, this is connected to your bladder meridian, and it also really helps reduce fear. So if you've got a lot of fear that you're dealing with at the moment, this is a good place for you to tap. Any kind of impatience, frustration or sadness, this again is the area that you would be tapping into to really help it release, because this is the emotions that it connects in with. So that is number two, your inner eyebrow. So the third tapping point would be just near your temple, so the outside of your eyebrow. So this third point, it actually governs your gallbladder, and it really soothes depression. So it stimulates a feeling of calm. It really clears the mind, and it also works on feelings of resentment. So that's point number 3, just on the outside of your eyebrow near your temple. So the next point is just underneath your eye. Again, only tapping gently because the skin is really delicate underneath your eye. And this area stimulates your actual stomach. And it's fantastic for anxiety. If you're feeling sick, it really calms everything down. So it calms down an upset stomach, and it's even been known to really assist people with addictive behaviours. So just on these 3 points near your eye, you've got the inner one that's helping reduce fear, you've got the outer one that's helping reduce depression, and then you've got the one underneath your eye that reduces anxiety. So these are something that you want to be working with. As I said, only gentle, but they're fantastic. And you would do the whole sequence, which is what I'm teaching you now. So the next point is underneath your nose and on top of your mouth. So not on your lips, but on the part in between. So when you're tapping there, this is fantastic for releasing guilt. It's also a fantastic point for panic attacks as well. So kind of interlinked with the others, this whole like depression and anxiety, but fantastic for panic attacks. So the next point underneath, you can actually use these 2 together. So you've got the point that's above your lips, and then the next point is actually at your chin. But if you use these 2 points together, it actually gives your whole energy system a boost of energy. So if you get to 2 o'clock and you're feeling really tired, you could actually just use these 2 together, and it actually gives your whole body a really fantastic energy boost. So remember that tip, because you can use it every day. This point on your chin also reduces feelings of shame and any kind of trauma that you're still holding on to. So the next point is over this kind of décolletage area. So you can either find what they call a sore spot, which is kind of near your collarbone. Sometimes you can find it, sometimes you can't. So you could literally tap that area if you could find it. But if you can't, what you do is, or this is what I say for people to do, is I would just tap round in a circle so that you cover that whole area. So this area governs your kidneys and it reduces stress, and it's fantastic for really boosting your willpower. So this is number 6, tapping over that collarbone area, finding that sore spot and just gently tapping either in one area or around in a circle. So the next place is actually underneath your arm, and this governs the spleen. Now this can be quite a sore area, so it's kind of, for the ladies, it's kind of in line with your bra. That's how I would describe it. So you're tapping underneath, just there. It's great for positive thinking, for making decisions, and it's really good for reducing any kind of insecurities and worries in general. So that's number 7, underneath your arm. So then the next one is actually kind of underneath your boobs. So it's a bit more kind of awkward, if you like. Awkward to get to. And this is your liver meridian. And not everybody taps that area, but really, I don't feel that it should be being left out. So for some ladies, you might literally have to move your boob out the way, because it's kind of, again, it's in line with the bottom of your bra. And again, that can be quite sort of a sore area. So you're kind of tapping onto your rib cage, if you like, just underneath. So this really reduces feelings of anger, and it leaves you feeling much more safe and secure. So I believe that it's definitely somewhere that we should be including within the tapping. So just underneath on your rib cage. So those are the main 7 points that I'm going to show you today. There are many more that you can actually work with. There's lots on your fingers, and there's a few other tools as well that we often use within EFT. But those are the main 7 that I wanted to go through with you today. Now, what I'd like to do in some videos going forward is actually practice tapping with you. So we'll use it for things like anxiety, but we'll also use it for things like self-love. So we'll do some tapping stuff out, but we'll do some tapping stuff in, which I think you'll find really interesting. But I just wanted to explain, what EFT stood for, and also the main points, so that you knew what they were connected to. Because at the end of the day, your body hold on to everything that you're thinking and feeling. So your organs are taking a certain level of that stress, and the fact that you can tap into it, it's very much like acupuncture, but of course without the needles. So you're tapping into those areas, and you're starting to release what could have been sat there for a whole lifetime. So you can almost feel that fizz of stuff that you've been holding on to starting to just quieten down. It's just such a peaceful feeling once you get tapping. So I hope that that's give you a little bit of an insight into those first stages of understanding what EFT is. And let me know if there's anything in particular that you want me to do some sequences on, because let's tap it out. Let's use this time to tap out some stuff that's been sat there for a long time. So leave me some feedback below. Let me know if there's anything that you want me to cover. Let me know if you found it interesting. Have what I told you, did you not know any of it? Have you found it fascinating? Is it something that you're really interested in? Anything at all, get it down underneath the video. I'll always read and respond to the comments, and I'll look forward to doing some tapping with you really soon.